You're listening to the Best Things Bites. It's the fun-sized version of your favorite podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Craig and Aaron.
Hello, internets. Yes, you're getting this podcast on a different day. We're trying something a little bit different, a little bit new. Don't freak out. Calm down. We're going to give you a little bite-sized episode between the real episodes. No, this is not just a way to get more ad revenue. Promise. No, but there's sometimes there's things that don't require a full episode. Stuff that's happening in pop culture or happening in our lives or something like that that we just don't want to spend a whole episode talking about. And so that's what we're doing here. We're just going to talk. We're going to quickly list off one thing each, a best thing, maybe also a worst thing that's going on, and just kind of banter about it, let you know about what's going on and stuff like that. So, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Best thing for me this week that I know that I've heard of. Earlier this week, Ryan Reynolds posted a video. I don't know if it was exclusively to TikTok or if it was on YouTube as well, but came out with this whole video where he came out and he was talking about the plans for Deadpool 3, which was awesome that we finally got it confirmed because he was missing from Comic-Con and D23 and all this stuff. You thought you were going to hear some news. And he comes out and says, we've been working hard on it, and we got nothing. In true Ryan Reynolds form, he comes out and says, we got nothing. We don't know where we're going with this thing yet. But then, have you seen the video?
No.
He comes out at the end of the video, and behind him is this man walking behind him. And Ryan Reynolds turns around and goes, hey, Hugh, would you mind coming back as Wolverine? And Hugh Jackman says, sure, Ryan. And they confirmed it. Hugh Jackman will be returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3, which is announced for a 2024 release date, I believe.
That is big news.
It's huge news. Are you you like Hugh Jackman, right, as Wolverine?
Yes.
Can you picture anybody else being Wolverine?
No, not really. Man. Yeah, I can't. It feels like it's him.
Yeah. And so there's lots of different rumors. There's different speculation about what it's going to look like. People are wondering, because spoiler alert, if you have not seen the movie Logan yet, you've seen it, right?
Yes.
Okay. But Hugh Jackman dies.
Yes.
Wolverine dies. No, Hugh Jackman doesn't die. Wolverine dies in Logan at the end of Logan. And so people are like, okay, I know it's comic books, but like, how are you bringing Hugh Jackman, his Wolverine, into the MCU if canonically he has died in canon in the other universe, I guess. And that brings up a great question. Like, are they planning on, if Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is coming over, how is that connected? Is this a multiverse thing? Because, his Wolverine exists in a whole bunch of other movies. So do those X-Men come over? I get the fan service of it, but what are they doing?
That is...
Because you're opening a big old can of worms.
You are? I'm hoping they don't do the whole multiverse thing.
Well, I mean, the whole next saga is the multiverse saga. But how can you bring some over and not others?
Yeah.
I don't know. It gives plenty of debate. Okay, your best thing. You got anything?
Yes, I do have. You may call it the worst thing. I don't know. I'm going with Aaron Judge.
Oh boy, no. I get why you're saying I might call it the worst thing now.
Of the New York Yankees hitting his 61st home run. Maybe by the time this is out, he's hit number 62 and broken the record. But he's tied the all-time American League home run record at 61, set by a former New York Yankee, the great Roger Maris, back in 1961. I've had some friends that are like, this isn't even exciting. This shouldn't even be news. They shouldn't even be talking about this.
It's definitely newsworthy.
I feel like it's impressive. They're like, oh no, when he hit 70 or 71, then let's talk
breaking
about
a record is a big deal.
Just because the other guys who have hit that many were all in the NL, I don't think lessens how interesting and incredible. I mean, you have the AL and the NL, and they both have records for reasons.
Right.
So the fact this one has stood for, 60 years, I think is pretty impressive.
Did you hear about the guy who caught the 60 ball, gave it back to him?
Yes.
Didn't want anything except an autograph or something like that. He gave the ball back.
Now, I didn't hear about 61 yet. It got hit into the bullpen at the Blue Jay Stadium.
Yeah.
And I saw this debate between lawyers over who actually owns the ball.
Oh.
Because if the ball does not leave the stands and it stays there, it is still technically property of that specific Major League Baseball team. And then another lawyer chimes in with some rules and things like this that says, no, it is actually owned by Major League Baseball. And so I watched multiple lawyers debating back and forth over who actually owns the baseball since it did not leave the playing surface.
Oh, my God.
So there's a potential legal battle over.
Surely they wouldn't be that word I can't say on our podcast. They are, that's a jerk move if they go that route.
It would be.
It would be a huge jerk. I did see a video of a fan who had their hands on the 61 ball and it slipped out of their hand. Like they reached over and it just bloop.
Yeah, I watched that. I think I saw the same video and how he was just sitting and having his hands in different.
Oh, he will never live that down with his friends.
No,
for the rest of his life.
But the positive thing is, at least at the time that we've recorded this, is that somebody has the chance to catch number 62.
That's right.
Because now it's the ball that is going to be worth money.
Oh, man.
Because you've just tied a record at this point. Now you have to break the record.
Okay, if you caught that ball, would you keep it or sell it?
I would keep it.
You'd want to keep it?
I'd want to keep it.
See, I'm the same way. I've got memorabilia all over the place. Like it's hard for me to want to sell that. Like I want to.
Yeah.
If my kids sell it or something else, that one day, that's fine when I'm gone. But like that's special to me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. At some point, if I'm no longer in the picture, and that item would do good for my family,
right?
Then I'm all fine because that was my attachment to that. But now, if you can get something out of it, that's fine. Go do what you want with it. But yeah, me personally, I want to hold on to that.
Yeah, getting stuff just to sell it, make some money. Now, I mean, I get it if you're down on your luck or something like that, and it can change your life. But I don't know. Maybe that's privilege talking. I don't know. Could be a little bit,
possibly. Yeah. But to own a piece of history like that.
Oh yeah.
And there's people who's like, oh, well, the right thing to do is to give it back to the player. Like, well, I get that. I don't necessarily think that as a fan that you're a bad person if you choose to keep the ball.
That's a great debate, though. I mean, if I hit that, I would want it back. A record-setting ball like that. Tom Brady had a ball that he tried to get back.
Yeah,
and they undisclosed it, right? They never said what they gave the fan in turn for the ball back.
I feel like that. Yeah, record. I feel like that's right.
So I mean, if they're giving you a bunch, like they got plenty of money, they can financially compensate you for that ball, and maybe throw in some stuff. I know he got season tickets to Bucks games.
I don't know. In my mind, I feel, and I'll never know because I'm never going to be in the position to be a professional athlete to break some record. But I feel like if I was one of those athletes making the amount of money that I made, understanding that the fans are out there, I think I would just kind of be like, that's sort of their thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's
I broke through. I have all the memories of breaking the record.
That's true.
I don't need that one thing.
And it's all on paper. There's proof you did it. You don't have to have the ball to prove it.
And at some point, that thing's going to be on display. Probably it's in a museum in the Hall of Fame somewhere. And that's my tip of the cap to the fans. For them being there supporting me.
That's a great point.
I just don't feel like I would be that attached if I broke the record that I would be like, oh, I need that back.
That's a really good point. It's because, I mean, that's the only reason you're getting paid that money anyway is because of the fans.
Yeah.
So without them, you're nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, you got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this shorty. It's just a bite. It's just like we said, it's a fun size episode.
Ooh.
Just to give you a little taste, to hold you over till Monday in our normal episode. So for the best things, I'm Craig.
I'm Aaron.
We'll talk at you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Best Things Podcast. If you like today's episode, subscribe, comment, and review wherever you're listening now. Don't forget, connect with us on the socials at Best Things Pod, and you can hear your take on an upcoming episode.